do you have a burning desire that you want to share with the group? Just close your eyes and think what comes first to your mind. What is that you want to fulfill in your life?
Actually, it changes. It's not same. So that's why I can't give an answer for that, because it's like...
No, tell me as of today, present. What is that burning desire right now?
There is no burning desire today.
At present, I do have a desire, and I would classify it as burning desire, to transition into different career and a work-life balance. The longer term goal is to be able to give a better life to my family.
Very honest answer, very practical desire.
Progress in my career. I want to study more and change my career and all that. Be more mindful and
more छोड़ना सब चीजों में is one of the desires I have. Like have satisfaction in life, and the other burning desire is to travel the world.
It's not very materialistic, my burning desire, and it's been like this for quite some time. I think it's what I have been lacking for a while, or so I think that's what I really, really want. I think even when I sit down to pray, that's like the first thing that comes in my heart. It's to have peace and happiness.
My burning desire in the last 4-5 months is to become a yoga teacher.
Ah, amazing.
I've actually started researching it, so I really want to fulfill that. And
yes, you will fulfill that this year, 2024.
My immediate desire today is to get relief from my back. Both kids get married, looking for the peace and happiness.
During my college days, my aim was to be a school teacher. So I did that and I achieved it. I had the satisfaction of working successfully to my content. Now, after 60 plus, my main aim is my desire is to self-care. Self-care is a first priority now, and to live peacefully and with contentment. That's my present. After listening to all your talks, then I got that idea. Otherwise, I never had that idea in my mind at all. But now I feel at this age, that is something very much needed. So thank you for guiding me that way.
You're welcome.
I want to learn a lot of AI currently running around. I'm in IT, so that's what it is. And I don't have both my parents. I want to meet them once. I know it's fictional, but just wanted to spend like 20-30 minutes with them.
Yeah, I want to be a bit more patient, reduce anger and be patient.
Work on your own mind.
Yeah, I hope I can do meditation. I'm not really doing much these days. I'm not able to. I should continue doing that, and I think that should help.
The short term or present desire is to change my job, happiness in my job, and long term in the stage of meditation where my mind not jump here and there, samadhi kind of thing.
जसबीर जी, आपको बोलना है कुछ?
बहुत सारी हैं, बहुत सारी.
एक बोलिए जो एकदम prominent है, सबसे बड़ी.
नहीं, बहुत सारी हैं. नहीं, एक है ही नहीं है, बहुत सारी.
तो भगवान जी कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे.
वैसे तो बहुत सारी हैं, जो मटेरियल वाली तो बहुत सारी हैं, लेकिन एक मैं जैसे क्योंकि मैं ग्रुप में हूँ, योगा ग्रुप में, तो जैसे सब मैंने बहुत लोगों से सुनती हूँ, वो कहते हैं कि जब हम मेडिटेशन या कुछ भी करते हैं तो मीन्स हार्ट चक्रा पे कुछ एनर्जी फील होती है, या फिर कहीं किसी चक्रा मेरे को कभी फील नहीं हुआ. मैं चाहती हूँ कि ऐसा कुछ मेरे को भी फील हो.
एक्सपीरियंस लेना चाहते हैं मेडिटेशन का. Yes, that's a good one. Meditation should be done without expectation. ठीक है. उसी को हटाना है, उसको बोलते हैं अटैचमेंट टू योर प्रैक्टिस. होना नहीं चाहिए.
I agree with everybody, but actually I really wanted to be like my dad. I can't be that. Like I can't be him, but like, tiny bit of my dad.
By the way, her dad was a saint. He's done many good work, written many books, and inspired many people, and did many big work in his lifetime. She's really blessed to have a dad like that, and that's a good desire.
Always want to be surrounded by the best, surrounded by people who I can learn from and who give me joy, and who I can learn and get some positive energy from. That's what I always pray. That's all. That's my only desire always.
It's not at all crazy. It's very honest. I think we all want that.
My burning desire is to get out of the corporate life. I want to do something different.
Let's understand desire. Desires are the core of our mind. That means desires are inherently the thought process. It's nothing but a thought. But those occupy the major portion of our mind, what we want in life. Everybody has inherently 3 basic desires. We all have that. First one is self-preservation. We always want to exist and grow. That's evolutionary. Even a tiny little bacteria, if you put a sugar particle or a glucose particle and one side acid particle, it will go towards the sugar particle. It's a self-preservation is the basis of all the desires we have. We want to exist all the time. Even if somebody is dying at 97 and it's your family member, your mother or your father, you don't want them to die. Or for yourself also, even at 100 you want to live. That is the basic human desire, is self-preservation. You have to understand, we do many things for self-preservation. That's basic human desire. Second one is we want to be conscious. We want to know what is going around in our life. We don't want to be blind or ignorant to things. That is the basic second desire. For example, if somebody, your own family member, is not sharing things with you, you will not feel good about it. That's, oh, somebody is hiding things from me. That's why people get addicted to news watching, because they want to know all the time what's going on in the world. That is the second basic desire we all have. We want to be aware individuals. Like you want to get knowledge, what's going on latest in my technology field or my healthcare field. You always want to know, be aware, and get that knowledge inside you. The third basic desire for everybody is going towards happiness, seeking happiness. Even if somebody gives you $1 million and say that I'll take all your happiness away, you will reject that $1 million, isn't it? We all want to be inherently happy, and not for a short time, all the time. If I tell you I give you happiness, but I'll only make you happy 5 days a week, on weekends you'll be miserable. You won't want that life. So these are the three basic desires. Why? In Sanskrit it's called Sat, Chit and Anand, because that's the basic nature of Atma, nature of our true self. Sat means which is always existing. Atma is always existing. We always want to exist. That is a nature of Atma. Chit is Chaitanyata, conscious. You want to be aware. You want to be conscious of things going around you. You want to be conscious of what's within you, outside you. And Anand is that unconditional happiness, that bliss. So we are seeking Sat, Chit, Anand in all the aspects of our life, because we know that's our inherent nature. So we are always trying to go towards that inherent nature. So that is the basic three desire all of us are going after. Self-preservation, being conscious, and being happy. But the things we are seeking at sometimes is wrong, or the way we are seeking may be wrong. So again, these three desires, broadly classified, what is the basic nature of Atma, can be divided into three types of desires based on the quality of the desires. It can be tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. You must have heard these terms loosely. So these are the three qualities of each and every desire. Tamasic is something which is, you feel it's good for you. Okay, it appears like nectar, but it's actually a poison in long run. For example, if you want to just indulge in something, okay, like drugs, sex, alcohol, or watching back-to-back Netflix, getting up in the night, you feel that it's freedom. You're getting what you want, and it may feel like a pleasure, instant pleasure, or scrolling on Instagram, whatever. It can be any, and tamasic desire always leads to addiction, and it takes you down in your path of yoga or your spiritual journey. So tamasic desire doesn't do good to anybody, doesn't do good for you also, but it may appear that it's good for you, and you may feel like, oh, you're free to do all those things. Like frivolous way of living life. That's the nature of that desire. Is tamasic, it's doing harm to everybody. Okay. Second is rajasic desire. That means it's neither causing harm, not causing any growth, but it's a lot of activity based desires. Like you want to go here, do skiing, do that, always want to be involved and doing something, doing some course, this course, that course. It may appear that it's helping you with your growth, and it also may help you with your growth in the outside world. It's not causing harm to anybody. It's causing some growth in your outside world, but it actually doesn't cause any spiritual growth. It may help you prosper in the materialistic world, which is also required. So it's not that bad. Then comes the most superior, which is called sattvic desire. Sattvic desire is which is not only good for you, but also good for everybody around you. And it stems out of a selfless feeling of doing something good. So best sattvic desire is, as you said, to work on yourself. Self-care can be the best sattvic desire. Or doing something for the community, either in your workplace or neighborhood or wherever, with a selfless motive, can be a sattvic desire, which causes benefit to everybody. So, what kind of desires you should more foster into? You should definitely not foster into the tamasic desire. You have to be aware that what kind of desire this is. Yes, rajasic you can have, because you need to interact with the world, you need to do things, achieve things in your professional or personal life. So that rajasic desire is also good, but you should always go towards sattvic desire. That should be also a bigger portion in your life. So any desire that is taking you towards liberation is mostly sattvic desire. Again, Rajasic and Tamasic, they play along very well. For example, if you want to rise up in your career path, but you have a lot of jealousy with your co-workers, you may resort to some Tamasic means, which is not good for others also. That desire may creep in. Oh, I have to put her down to get up. You understand how they can be interchangeable. If you have more of a sattvic desire and rajasic, you can find another means to grow. Maybe do some courses, enhance your own self, learn some more skills, and then grow in your career. You understand the difference? When rajasic desire can meet with tamasic or sattvic, it has two different shades to it. So always keep that in mind. Tamasic will always have Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya, 6 vikars. That means the modifications of the mind in the wrong direction. Oh, I can cheat a little bit and go up in my career. I can do some manipulations. So that's Rajasic plus Tamasic. That doesn't take you anywhere. Remember, the law of karma is always working. The Rajasic should be met with Sattvic and then perform in the world. Okay? Any questions?
Is there an age that we transfer from one to Sattvic?
No, it's only your practices and understanding will take you towards. So if somebody has a lot of tamas in them, like tamasic tendencies, right? They want to get up the ladder doing some unfair means or putting others down. For these people, you have to understand that this is not doing good for anybody. But again, sometimes people are caught in that drama. They don't even have that awareness that I'm doing something wrong for myself or for others. Like if somebody has an addiction for watching overnight movies or some kind of alcohol addiction, they actually don't realize it. They're caught in that whirlpool of not realizing they're actually causing harm to themselves. And we see most often with people who are addict, who are not able to come out. I was counseling a person and she has a lot of just stress-taking tendencies. And during my session, I told her, let's do 10 minutes of meditation. I'll teach you some techniques. And she was saying that, no, I cannot do meditation. I said, okay, 5 minutes. She said, no. I said, 2 minutes. She said, no. So she didn't end up learning anything and she took only one session with me. So sometimes you don't even feel the importance of your self-growth and you think that the world you're caught in is the best way to go about the life. So we cannot do anything. Only if you're ready for a change or you have that understanding that, okay, these are my tendencies which are not good for my growth or growth of people around me. I should make some changes unless that feeling comes in. Did I answer that question? So there's no age. It's an understanding. Sometimes I've seen people in their 70s also, they don't understand. It's again depending on the churning of your karmas, how much you have to go through that suffering without realizing.
You join a group like this where you start thinking about these things and like you said, becoming aware. I think you're definitely going towards, I already see a lot of changes in the way I approach things and I think through things. And I think being part of your group, this Mokshadham, has been a very amazing journey for me.
Yes, you were ready for it. That's why you came here. Many people are not ready, so they're not able to connect with that energy. So that's also true. It may be your spouse, it may be your sister, brother, anybody, your friends, colleagues. Even you have told them, probably they're not ready. You understand? So you have to understand one thing. We don't have adhikar or jurisdiction for complaining or commenting about anybody else's path. Have that in mind. No matter if it's your own family member, we don't have the adhikar to comment on anybody. It's their own path. They have to go through that cycle and everybody matures at a different level. This is like not a cookie cutter approach that once you're 40, you understand everything, or once you're 50, you understand everything. So that thing has to be understood. No matter if it's your own mother, maybe mind is not that mature yet to receive that teachings or even connect with that energy. So let everybody lead their own path. They will understand when their time is ready. This has to be sunken really deep within. Sometimes within their own family, sometimes you feel your own sister, brother or something. Why are they not understanding what is important for them? Why are they wasting? You may think like that, but at that time, keep your mouth shut. Practice maunam and work only on yourself. And one day you'll realize that duality is the nature of the physical reality. There's always good, bad, pain, pleasure, sukh, dukh, victory, defeat. You cannot do anything about it. That's life outside. Bahar drama, andar rama. It's always like that. So if you've come to Moksha Dham, then that's what you have to practice. Bahar drama, andar rama. Hone to jo hona hai. As long as you understand the drama, enjoy it. Just enjoy the play of drama and play of the tendencies of people's mind. It's just the mind's play going on, right? It's mind interacting with the mind. And once you are slightly away from not only your mind, you just enjoy the drama. It's very enjoyable drama. It's fun to watch people's mind, how they play with the sattvic, rajasic and tamasic tendencies.
What would happen if it impacts us?
If it's impacting you, you're getting sucked into the drama and you're no longer an observer, where yoga tells to be an observer, but not a silent observer in the sense silent here. working physically. Do your duty, best of your ability. Carry on your dharma if it requires you to. Like a lot of people ask me this question. Somebody from India was asking me, my cleaning lady doesn't clean the dishes properly. The bai who comes home, should I get angry or not? Should I tell her? Because I want to be calm and quiet, because it's all drama. I said, see, if you're in a position of authority, you have delegated some work to somebody. It may be your employee at home or at work. You have to get that work out of that person. You should learn the art of delegation, but without getting stressed, without getting angry. And you can fire people if they're not performing. That's dharma too. As a manager or as a person who's delegated the duty, you actually become more efficient because you don't get sucked into the drama. You see everything objectively. You become a very good leader without getting sucked into the drama. It's almost like your child has been bullied at school and he comes home crying, and then you get sucked into the drama, you also start crying rather than thinking objectively what actually happened. And this can be applied in any scenario, whether with your older parents, with your siblings, with your boss, with your colleagues, anybody. Anybody is disturbed, anybody is like a lot of clashes going on. Step back aside and see what is important in the scenario and how I should act. What decision should I take or what should I do? That thing will be absolutely clear only when your mind is clear. Your mind is calm yourself. Otherwise, you'll also highly likely, because it's a very seductive drama going on out there. Because mind is mind. It gets sucked into a variety of things.
One more question, just kind of related to this. Is there any way to kind of protect yourself from tamasic tendencies of others? Or you may become aware of your own, but sometimes you become aware of the others' foul play or tamasic tendencies?
Yes, very good question. So more you understand your mind, more you can understand others' mind. So first of all, work on your mind, understand your mind. Then you'll be able to see the other's mind very clearly, even after interacting just 2 or 3 times with them, depending on how clear your mind is. Definitely, first thing it teaches you is protect yourself. You can modify your own action based on their behavior. You can either save yourself or not interact that much with that kind of mind. Beat anybody. I don't get into any specific names or relationship names because it's a mind. It's all drama of the mind. So you have to protect yourself first of all. Self-preservation. That's our basic desire. We all want to self-preserve, and which is important for us, for our growth. Second is you try to let it go because they are suffering in their own way. Even if they're blaming you for their suffering, suppose if that's the scenario, you understand that it's not your problem. That's their understanding of their problem. But actually, they are their own cause of their own problem. Man eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoh. Mind alone is the cause of suffering or liberation, because they are attached to their own problems and they are seeking solution outside, thinking that because of this person, this is the problem in my life, and they may blame you. You take care of your own action. Even if they blame you, you don't stray away from the path of dharma. You do your duties properly. That's why every moment that decision making, that buddhi has to be on what I'm taking. That is called practicing relative detachment. Okay.
As a parents in general, we always promote those Rajasic with a little bit Sattvic part of it, but mostly it is more focused on the Rajasic, become doctors, engineers. That's what we always promote. So at what stage do you think we should promote more on the Sattvic? Although it's too late for me, but...
So there's never too late. At any age, you can start promoting Sattvic tendencies in your kids. There's never too late. Sattvic doesn't mean that the kid doesn't have to be performing or excelling in their life. Actually, you can always promote that right from the beginning. You always ask this one question, like tell this thing to your kid. First of all, you should understand this properly before even you tell your kid that what is the purpose of life, even for a child to study. It's not to get a good job. That's basic self-preservation. That's fine. But what actually the job will do? The job should always help another human being. If we raise our kids this way, no matter you're studying well, but your skill should help another human being, that's why you're studying. You always have to have this, first of all, in your mind, that I'm not just telling my kids to have a nice career so that he or she can have a nice job or a good house, a good car, go on a vacation and enjoy life. That should not be the message to the next generation. That's where we do the mistake. पढ़ाई करो, अच्छे मार्क्स लाओ, जॉब नहीं मिलेगा, जॉब मार्केट बहुत ये है, this and that. We start getting into a survival mode. No, we should not teach this to our kids. You have to work hard in life. You can get some skills, use your skills so that you can help people, no matter what field you're in. Then they'll become a good citizens of a country. Why do you want to get married also? So that you have a partner who can take care of yourself when you get old. This is what you tell your kids. If you don't get married, you'll be left alone in your 60s, 70s, 80s.
Knowingly, unknowingly, that's what we all think. But I think
Why do we
you are
have kids also? Self-preservation. When we get old, they'll take care of us. Wrong. That's tamasic tendency. That's very selfish. So you have to reevaluate what message we are giving to the next generation.
reformat our drive first. But I think Mokshadam is reformatting some of our drives now. So for
Yes. You have to reformat, unlearn to learn again. Don't teach just self-preservation to kids or happiness because of worldly things. No, happiness is within you. Teach things. If a basic thing, when a child starts to walk and he hits the table and falls, we as parents, we hit the table. Oh, bad table, you hit my child. We do that. As Indian parents, we have done that. No, it was your mistake. You're just learning to walk. It's okay to hit, but it's not table's mistake. You understand? Not putting the blame on the table. They should learn to get failure in life and then get up again. That is success. Otherwise, I have seen so many parents struggling with their 26, 27, 28-year-old boy or girl. I mean, man and woman at that age, adult kids. One small failure, they've gone into depression. Very common these days. They don't have a drive to live life because we haven't taught our kids the reality. Yeah, failure is a part of life. It's okay. Ball will come down, but you have to bounce up again.
Said we need a factory reset.
Factory. You're all getting gradually, isn't it? You must be feeling. You've been with us, what, 3 years now? And I see a huge change in a lot of you. The questions also you're asking has become very mature. Yeah, so these teachings help.
Archana, you haven't shared your tamasic desire.
My tamasic desire?
I know you are looking for that sattvic, I know.
Okay, my tamasic desire first. Okay. Candid, being candid on camera. I have a lot of sugar craving. I eat a lot of anything you get around the Christmas chocolates or anything. I am the one who finishes at home, so I never get chocolates. So it's like I don't want to buy even those things. One craving I haven't gone past is my sugar craving in the sense, but I have replaced it with good sugar now. Dates, prunes, all those things, but I really love sweet. And then I heard this story about Swami Ramakrishna Paramhans. He used to love jalebi. I said, okay, I can give myself that much leverage because I love sweets. That's why I could never have wine or alcohol. People offered me here, like, oh, you have come to Canada, you should try. I said, why coming to Canada and you sort all of a sudden start taking alcohol? I tried. I never liked it because it's not sweet. So they tried offering me, what is that called? Sugar wine or something? There's something in Niagara Falls they get, right? This sweet wine.
The ice
What
wine.
Ice wine.
They also tried that with me. I didn't like it. Anyway, so that's one thing, Tansic desire. Rajsic desire, what I have is, that's why I'm creating the small army with you guys, so that no matter what field you're in, you'll carry that energy and take it forward. Okay? That's a Rajsic desire. Sattvic desire, I don't know if it's even a desire at this point. I have surrendered and I'm happily enjoying the journey.
Thank you for sharing your tamasic. My father, even up to 87, he wants sweet after every meal.
That's why I tell my doctor, please check my diet for my diabetes. But I think because I work out a lot, it's balanced and it's okay. It's okay. I forgive myself for that. But it's getting better. It's more going towards natural sweet as opposed to, because I no longer like cakes or chocolates. When I was pregnant with my second daughter, and it was around Christmas, my delivery time, like February, so Christmas around third trimester. Oh my God, I ate so many chocolates because I was working in a nursing home and all the patients and their family got me so many chocolate boxes. You won't believe I gained 20 kilos, not even pounds. My doctor said, stop, otherwise you'll have a very difficult delivery. So that's where I was, 2009. Now it's much better. So we all have our mental tendencies. But the thing is to realize that and see that how much harm it is causing you, or it is causing you some good. How can you actually go from tamasic to rajasic to sattvic? We all in our journey, and we all have some tendencies of each one of it. So there's nothing bad or good about it. It's more about realization and working on it. That's more important, because some people don't even realize they live in a default mode and they don't even know how much harm it's causing them or to the people around them.
How do you come out of this? Like, for example, your sugar craving, right? Like, I know you have not come out of it, but how did you change it pattern? Right?
Yeah. So first of all, you have to realize I had gained a lot of weight. I was almost 80 kilos. Okay. So first of all, that realization, I started getting, that's back, I'm talking 10, 12 years back. I had really bad addiction. But then I realized it's my body I'm spoiling, isn't it? Nobody else's body. I'm getting all the knee pain because of the weight. I'm getting back pain. After that realization hit me, and being in healthcare, I have seen patients at the other end, right, who are really suffering because of their obesity or diabetes or whatever. I see patients every day. I don't want to land up. So that realization, when it hit me, then when I started working on myself and replaced all the bad sugars with good sugar, because all of a sudden you cannot change the tendency, because the mind is addicted. So that craving will happen again. It'll trouble you actually. It's almost like a withdrawal symptom, like how drug addicts get withdrawal if all of a sudden you stop anything. You should not stop anything all of a sudden, but that realization that when you switch off the fan, it has switched off, but it'll take time to stop. So that realization has to hit with your tendency. If I have a bad tendency, I'll make a decision, I'll start walking in the opposite direction. And maybe some tendencies will linger with me for a while. It's okay. But I have started walking towards a different direction now. So that path I started replacing it with good sugar. Even as of today, after meal, I take couple of dates. That's sugar, but it's dates. It's good for me. So that's why how you have to replace your suppose you want to get rid of your coffee habit. Any tendency that you want to change of your mind, you should not just stop it. You have to replace it with the vacuum you have created. You cannot just stop having coffee. Replace it with something else, maybe a smoothie or a fruit or some healthy drink. That's how you should change your tamasic tendencies. If you have a habit of watching or getting a lot of information, replace it with good information, which is actually not disturbing your mind. You can have a peaceful sleep. So that's how you gradually change your tendencies. If you have a habit of listening to a lot of gossip or something, start listening to some satsang. Replace it. So that's how you have to understand your tendencies. Because tendencies are only related to your senses, the 5 senses. Comes as Shabd, Sparsh, Roop, Ras, Gandh in Sanskrit. Either your tongue wants to eat something, your eyes want to see something, ear wants to hear something, you're addicted to something. All the addictions are only of the senses. If the more buddhi you foster, intellect, you will make good choices. Feeding those senses is important initially. But what are you feeding it with? You replace with good feeding. Somebody is addicted to junk food. Replace it with healthy food one by one, gradually. Because the food craving is like very, very deep. Or even you're addicted to watching something. Watch something good, which is conducive for your growth. What kind of tendencies do we have? How do we develop that awareness that it's within me? It's my own vasana. Vasana is a Sanskrit term for deep-seated tendencies within us. And sometimes we don't even know why do we have this vasana. It's been coming from it's a purvjan sanskar, they say, rishis say. We don't even know why we have this tendency. Maybe nobody in the family has, but I have it. Sometimes this happens. What will you do? It's not good to fight with the tendencies. Like you go for surfing. You've seen people surfing. They don't fight with the waves. They ride the wave, right? So you have to overcome your tendencies by gradually, understanding your mind, taming it gradually. It's like training the dragon. If you've seen that movie, How to Train Your Dragon, it's a very good. You have to tame it gradually. By understanding its moves, how does it behave? So that's what all awareness is all about. And then you can train yourself.
Archana, I have one question.
Yes.
Can we change our karma, as you say, with our good deeds, we can change our karma?
Yes. Today, your present is so powerful. No matter what's written in your horoscope, come what may, you can change your future with your present karma. You saw the theory of karma, right? I sent the video. How many of you saw with your hand up?
Because see, it's the churning of our karma. What we are facing, if we are not facing in favorable situation, bad situation, with our karma, we are churning those things. Can we change our karma?
So what has to come will come, but you can always change your future with the present, and the effect of the past karma can get dissolved. Okay. By your present. That's why present is so powerful.
Oh, by our present with our good deeds.
Yes.
Our future karma we can change.
That's what is written in the theory of karma. Yes. Even if something has come from before, you can actually reduce the effect of that.
Present karma is the effect of past karma.
No, present karma is not the effect of past karma. Present, what you're going through is the effect of past karma. Present karma is in your hands. It's your own will, free will.
The present, what we are facing, the situation is the effect of our past karma.
Yes. Suppose you ate 2 plates of biryani. You could not digest. Next day, you'll feel the karma of it in your washroom, right? So it's as plain and simple as that. It's just that we don't know what we have done, our tendencies in the past, how we have behaved with people, It's sometimes the adrishtafal comes later in life, and we realize, then people ask why it has happened with me. I've been so good. We forget things. Yeah, you forget your past very easily, but the present is so powerful. You can choose what to do in the present, and that alone determines your future. It's almost like a prediction. A doctor predicts that 6 months from now you'll get diabetes because of your habits and your blood test results. Okay, you're pre-diabetic. And one of our teachers, yoga teacher, was a pre-diabetic. Now she got rid of that completely. It's Radha. You can ask her how she got, obviously yoga, right? So you can change your future by your present choices. Between B and D, there's a C. I always say between birth and death, it's a choice, C. A choice alone will determine how your future will be. It's so powerful. Rishis have said the present karma is so powerful. It can burn all your past karma also. So you don't have to worry what you have done.
I was confused. Say we are churning our past karma, then that's why I was
suffering for now, right? Yeah, but you can always change it. It's within your hands.
We just wanted to clarify that the partner you have current is the karma past.
Yes, everything. Partner, kids, the country you're born in, the country you'll spend your life in, the people you have around. Everything is your own doing. Usually, when we see a particular successful people or even child who gets a lot of success in early life, we say that, oh my God, he's lucky, he's got that kind of parents, or he's born in a family with a lot of wealth or whatever. No. It's not he's lucky. That individual Jivatma has, because of his karma or her karma, he's created that environment around him or her. They have attracted such parents, they've attracted such energy in their life. It's absolutely your responsibility. Because I was talking to somebody and they were saying, only if my parents would have made this decision. And Sandhya, it's for you, right? No, it's not your parents. You have attracted such parents in your life. What you're going through is your karma. Because of your deeds, you have attracted such parents who have made such decision.
Yeah, because in the one book, you can heal your life. I read like you choose your parents.
Unconsciously or consciously, it's matching. Karma pairing, it's done. I mean, we think that we don't, but yes, it's chosen for you because based on your deeds, you'll get that kind of parents, which are good for your growth, or you have to suffer something, you'll get that type of parent. Sometimes I've seen somebody feeling pity for a child. Oh my God, her or his mom is like that. Poor guy, poor child, No, the child has selected that. The child has to go through that. Right? That is why. And maybe it's good for the child's growth. They have to go through this to emerge something, become somebody else. What is that called? Caterpillar. Caterpillar has to suffer in that cocoon to become a butterfly. So there's nothing good or bad about suffering also. That suffering has come in your life for your growth. When you come to that point, then actually nothing is a problem. Everything is an ashirvad. Everything is happening for your growth. That person has come in your life for your growth. The person who's giving you the suffering.
Yeah,
you just have to be aware of it. That's why that awareness is more important. And always don't put the blame outside. What can I do to change that stuff? If I'm suffering, yes, accept it. Yes, I'm suffering, but it's my own doing. Let's see how I can change it with my present choices. I choose not to suffer. See, physical pain, as long as you got a body, is inevitable. Okay, it's a foolish to think that I will not get sick anytime. Even saints and mahatmas, they get sick. That's normal. Physical body, it's a property of the physical nature. It's going towards destruction. But the main karma is in your mind. How much you want to suffer here. All the karmas here. If you make a decision, you're constantly suffering. You're not doing a great future for yourself because that suffering is creating that negative whirlpool again. So that you keep suffering. Law of attraction. So that's why I told last time, if you remember, if you regret about something, that means you're living in your past karma.
Yeah, that's why I say never regret, never hold.
No, you have to forgive yourself too. Even if you felt you've done something wrong, you have to forgive your older version. Because maybe at that time, with that maturity, I took that decision. So you have to learn to forgive and let go. Only when you learn to forgive and let go yourself, because I've seen people 40 years they have been in guilt.
Yeah.
They still remember. उस समय 40 साल पहले मेरी शादी हुई थी, मुझसे मेरे रिलेटिव ने ऐसा बिहेव किया, और मेरे इन-लॉज ने मेरे साथ अच्छा बिहेव नहीं किया. Yeah, I know it's very difficult to leave grudges because you feel that you've been wronged, but that victim mentality should not be there. Yeah, because they also came for your growth. You had to go through that. It's all about realization. that everything
Yes.
happening because of our own. We have attracted that energy in our life. But now that I have the realization, I'll choose my actions. And main action is in your mind. It's not at your actions in your hand, or it's in your mind. Karma is in your mind. And that's why saints, they don't incur any karma, because they've gone beyond mind, beyond intellect. So the only path is to work on yourself, on your mind, every moment. More and more awareness, more and more. If something is really bothering you, nothing more powerful than sitting and focusing on your breath. Breath is the most powerful thing. And there are a lot of other techniques, meditation techniques too. I'm planning a session on deep meditation in October or November sometime. People who have graduated from Manas course, they'll get a priority first to attend that. Which will also have components of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, which is the book for the mind. It's a oldest psychology book, very, very powerful. So I'll have components of that and that. I've done my preparation. These teachings are very powerful.
Yoga is very powerful to calm your mind.
It is.
I don't want to minimize anything anybody said, but I feel like we are all very lucky people that we get to be part of, spend time with each other and talk about these things. Because if you look around the world, there is so much going on these days. It's either natural disasters or a war or so much going on. And, that makes me very happy and very grateful for everything I have. So I don't know if something like
that's very powerful, because actually make people around you aware, right? So I'm a part of a WhatsApp group where somebody's posting something negative thing, like how there's so much rampant conversions happening, like religious conversions or whatever. Somebody was posting this. I said, if you focus on negativity, that will only improve. Why don't you, in every parties or potlucks or any kind of gathering, why don't you ask this question? Do you know the core teachings we have? Do you know what Upanishads say? What is the meaning of Om? What are you doing for self-care? Why don't you initiate such difficult topics? Do you understand the meaning of this? Or what is the meaning of that ritual? Okay, why are you cutting cake on a birthday? You can ask these difficult questions. Maybe people will run away from you. But then somebody has to initiate. It's like opening the Pandora box, because people are living life in a default mode. They don't even realize the crux of the teachings of Vedanta is so powerful that they can change the entire generation, humanity. It's so powerful. But somebody has to ask these questions. Somebody has to initiate. So in that group, I wrote a big list of things. Ask these questions in wherever small gathering you're going, Why are you doing this? What is the basis of your dharana? What your faith? People say, oh, this is my faith. I said, what is faith? Define religion for me. I ask these questions. Religion or faith doesn't mean that you are just putting a blind eye to whatever is going on. It's a dynamic life. Sansar is called Bhavasagar in Sanskrit. Like it's a big sagar. It's a big ocean. You cannot be dry and then cross the sagar. You have to get wet into it. Be a living example. Be involved in life. Spirituality doesn't mean you go up in the Himalayas and just stay there forever. That's not your stage right now. You're in the world. You're in a Grihastha ashram. That's why Grihastha ashram is so important. You're working. You're interacting with the world. But interact with the world in a meaningful way, so that people around you actually become a little contemplative. Otherwise, they're only on the surface. Ask questions. What is the basis of your faith? And how is it helping in your growth? These teachings has to translate into practical application. Otherwise, majority of people think that spiritual life is different, practical life is different. No, this is the most practical life. And this has to reflect in each and every aspect of your life, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your job, whether you walk on street, how you drive your car. This is real spirituality. That's what I want to. You can all be saints. You're all unsure of a Bhagwan, saint only. Never think yourself as less. One person can change so many people just by developing that own self-awareness and just by asking simple questions. And you don't have to argue or you don't have to prove your point. You just ask, let's discuss. Be open to it. Our culture is so open. Even Bhagwan comes down, we ask like 500 questions. Arjun, that's what Arjun did in Bhagavad Gita. Unless you're satisfied. I think I'm very bad in that. I have troubled my mother a lot by asking a lot of questions, and also my teachers. I never used to go to Ram temple in my teenagers years till I got the answer of a lot of questions about Ramayana I had. When I realized myself what it is. This was an eye-opener for me. When I was in grade 4, I asked this question there was a Pandit ji who came to our home to do Sing Satyanarayan Puja, and then he took out a small black stone, which was supposed to be a shivling. He dipped into the Chanamrit. He didn't even wash his hand. And before that, he was touching here and there. I asked this question, is cleanliness not a part of puja? I was just in grade 4. I didn't take that Chanamrit. Cleanliness, Swachhata is the first niyam according to Patanjali. That I later realized. But I asked this question to that Panditji. Why this? Why that? I know everything is symbolic. But if you can't explain me, I'm not buying into that. And our present generation is like that. So for that, you have to understand the symbolism first. Why this? Why that? And then symbolism and the rituals are the means to the end. They're not the end. People get caught so much into rituals in this pap and punya. If I do this, I'll go to heaven or whatever. But that's so selfish. That's a very rajasic desire. Even reaping benefits of heaven, going away from hell, all these things. Or don't get caught into all this drama of pap and punya. You have to go beyond. Don't get caught into drama what my actions will. Don't be afraid all the time. Don't be in a survival mode.
Thank you so much, Archana. It's been a really, really good session and a lot of knowledge. Like some things you do, but you don't actually think or realize. But you probably analyze every little thing, and the way you explained that, I can think some things probably are there, but I never thought about them. Thank you.
So never shy away. Ask questions. Ask more and more questions. No doubt should be left in this journey because world is our lab. We are in an experiment. Like we are experimenting with others' mind and our mind. And this world is a lab. Every time you are interacting and so many things happen, that just like chemical reaction. So world is actually your lab. That's what Vedanta teaches you, that this world is important for you. Without this world, you cannot improve unless you're born a saint, like many other souls which are born. That's different. We all have to go through that churning. This world is like sandpaper. It makes us smoother and smoother with interactions. That's how you should see world as. If somebody is troubling you or something is bothering you, again, I'm telling you, I've told this many times, think what it has come to change within me, how it has come to change within me. And if you haven't written any Google review, please do it, because people love reading the Google reviews and they call. I'm all for this seva, for just making people aware. That's all it is. That's my goal. We'll just do the meditation and pranayam. Thinking, contemplating within. Gently close your eyes. Be aware of your body. Make sure sitting equally on both sides. Feel the weight of your body on the ground. Bring attention to your stomach area. As you exhale, pull your tummy in. When you inhale, the tummy should go out. Be aware of your breathing pattern. Now bring attention to your nostril breath. Feel the cool in breath and the warm out breath. Try to make your breath slow, smooth, and gentle. Please do not make any sound of your breath. Make it so subtle. And don't be in a rush to breathe. Let it happen naturally. You just feel the breath inside your nose. Feel the cool in breath for as long as you can. Now bring awareness to the deep dark space in front of your closed eyes. And think about one desire which you want to change, which is not conducive for your growth. And think of a strategy that will help you modify or change that desire. Take a moment to contemplate while still breathing and feeling your breath. In a scale of 1 to 10, see how motivated you are. Give a number to your motivation, where 1 is the least motivation and 10 is the highest motivation. And promise yourself that you'll stick to that motivation. Inhale and exhale deep. Thank yourself for getting that awareness for that desire that you want to change. Focus back on your nostril breath. Let's do 2 minutes of Anulom Vilom Pranayam, adding strength to our resolution. The principle remains the same. Feel your breath inside your nose. And make it slow, smooth, and gentle without any force attached to the breath. Make it effortless. Alternate your breath as you promise yourself with your path. Inhale and exhale alternately. Keep doing 1 more minute. Thirty more seconds. Keep feeling your breath. You can finish off your cycle of Anulom Vilom and just sit in silence for next 15 seconds. Keeping your eyes closed. Put your left hand on your tummy and right hand on top of left hand. Feel your stomach movement. We'll chant Akara, Ah sound 3 times after inhalation. And as you chant Ah, make sure you pull your tummy in with the Ah sound. So let's inhale deep. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. Put your left hand on your chest, your sternal bone, and right hand on top of left hand. Feel the Okara vibration at the level of your chest. Inhale. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. Now put your hand around your cheeks like this, and then feel the vibration of the Makara around your cheek and your throat area. Inhale. Inhale. One more time. Rub your hands together. Generate some heat from your practice, the energy. Press your eyes and see the depth within. Say that everything is within me. I can become anything that I want to. Rub your face. And then just extend your hand up like this. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Go from side to side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stretch your arms behind like this. Look up. And bend forward and touch your head to the ground as much as you can. Seek blessings from Mother Earth. And then come up. Gently open your eyes. Thank you so much.